What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Saturday, February 24th, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And we appreciate all the love and support we've gotten over the years here at Pickdawgz. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have given me with the Wraparound. You guys and girls are the ones I do this for. And love putting some money in your pockets with some winners. We've had a great week with the Wraparound the last couple days. Heading to the weekend strong. If you're looking for my best bets, the games I love, and on Saturday's card, there are a lot of them, head to pickdawgz.com, click on the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Said you can hop on a daily pass. Like I said, we've got a loaded card today, 140 plus college hoops games. Got a full card that we're going to talk about for the NHL, so 3 NBA games as well. You can, like I said, hop on a daily pass. We can profit today. But the thing is, I'm going to have a lot of daily packages today because I really like today's card. So this is a great time to jump on a long-term pass. You know, like I said, you're going to get complete coverage for Saturday's card. You're going to get loaded from top to bottom. You don't have to play every single play. These are just the plays that I'm going to have some money on, the plays that I really like the best out of everything on the card. And like I said, you can jump on those and can make some money together. You can also pair me up with another one of your favorite handicappers or any of your favorite handicappers as part of our multi-capper promotion. Remember to use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. And like I said, today's a great day to do it. Loaded action this entire weekend, and the 3-day and 7-day passes are actually less than buying each of Saturday's packages individually. But that's for later today. We've got plenty of action in the afternoon. We're here to talk about a 13-game NHL card that we got going down on Saturday. And we're here to make some money. We're here to make the books pay, and we're going to make them pay early. You guys know the drill. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game on Saturday's card takes us to the Little Caesars Arena, where the Detroit Red Wings take on the St. Louis Blues. Now, a lot of the head-to-head trends between these two teams over the years point in the direction of the St. Louis Blues and the plus money. But the St. Louis Blues, you know, they've been a lot less effective on the road this season, and they have split their last 6 games. Detroit, on the other hand, they're hot right now. They've won 3 games in a row. They just beat the Colorado Avalanche at home. They needed overtime to do it. But right now, the Detroit Red Wings are playing the better hockey. They've been much better at home than the Red Wings have been on the road. Detroit's done their best work at Little Caesars Arena for the better part of the last few years. Even when this team was really struggling, you could count on Detroit to play their best hockey in Motown. And Detroit 16-8-5 at home this season. Really good record. I got to go with the Detroit Red Wings on the money line at this price. Next, we head to the Prudential Center for a matchup between the New Jersey Devils and the Montreal Canadiens. And when I do the wraparound, you know, I hope that I can give you guys some angles to kind of take away from and, you know, use in your own betting. And, you know, even though they don't always come in, but, you know, there's certain ones that you can rely on. And I would say you'd profit with them more often than not. And this is the perfect storm where we combine 2 of our angles, where we take Montreal on the puck line and fade the New Jersey Devils as a heavy home favorite. Because the only way to get any sort of value with New Jersey is to pass up on the heavy minus 245 price, taking this team on the money line and maybe go chasing a regulation play or a puck line play. But New Jersey, 5-24 on the puck line at home, meaning that they've won, you know, games, the majority of their games by a single goal if they're a favorite, or they've lost these games outright. Montreal, fairly competitive on the road, 17-10 on the puck line on the road, 11-5. So either wins or a bunch of 1-goal games that have gone to overtime. So I'm going to take Montreal here plus the 1.5, maybe get around a coin flip price with it. Now we head to the UBS Arena, where the New York Islanders take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I'm not going to lie, I don't love this game on Saturday's card. I feel there are a lot better games to choose from. But I'll tell you what I love even less, and that's losing money with the Tampa Bay Lightning, a Tampa Bay Lightning team that I've said before that I think their best years are behind them, and that's even when they've been at home. This is a Tampa Bay team that's lost 3 in a row. All 3 losses came at Amalie Arena, where they are supposed to play their better hockey, and those losses came by a combined score of 18-7 against Washington, Ottawa, and Florida. Now the Lightning go back out on the road, where they've been far less effective this season. Going back to the start of the year, they're 18-8-3 at home, which is still a pretty good record, but considering that they were 18-5-3 before those losses, and now they go on the road where they've been 12-15-2 this season. Not buying it with the Tampa Bay Lightning. The New York Islanders, they've been inconsistent as well. They've lost 4 of their last 5, but this is an Islanders team that tends to play their best hockey at home. I think the Islanders get the job done at the coin flip price here. Going to continue to fade the Lightning on the road. We're getting a cheap price to do it, so give me the New York Islanders on the money line in this one. Now we're going to the Wells Fargo Center where the Philadelphia Flyers take on the New York Rangers. And I get it, there's a temptation with a home dog here, and the Rangers' run can't last forever. But if you're going to keep giving me, decent prices with the New York Rangers to ride this hot hand, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. The New York Rangers have had the upper hand on the Philadelphia Flyers for some time now. I mean, going back to last season, the Rangers have won 5 straight in this matchup, 8 of the last 9. And like I said, we're getting a reasonable price with a Rangers team that's played very, very well on the road, 18-9-3 on the road this season. The Philadelphia Flyers have done their best work on the road as well. Sure, they've won 5 of their last 7, but it's still hard for me to just jump on board and basically spit in the face of the New York Rangers, who have been playing so well over the course of this 9-game win streak. So give me the New York Rangers on the money line in this one. Now we're going to the Amerant Bank Arena where the Florida Panthers take on the Washington Capitals. And, these two teams met back in the playoffs in 2021, 2022. And the Florida Panthers won the last 3 games of that series. And that it was a playoff series victory for the Florida Panthers, obviously. And in the 5 games since, Florida has won all 5 meetings. 4 of those wins have been by 2 or more goals. And that's been by a combined score of 23-12. And the Florida Panthers right now are playing some solid hockey. They just had their 6-game win streak snapped with a 1-0 loss in their last game at Carolina. But now they go back home where they have been playing some solid hockey this season, 17-8-2. The Washington Capitals on a 3-game win streak. They beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, Montreal, and New Jersey. That's all well and good, but you could argue that Florida is the best team in the NHL right now. At least they're for sure the best team in the East, in my opinion. So give me the Florida Panthers on the puck line this one to continue their dominance over the Washington Capitals. Now we're heading to Rogers Arena where the Vancouver Canucks take on the Boston Bruins in a battle between 2 of the NHL's best that could really use a win right now. I mean, both these teams have been struggling for the better part of the last couple of weeks. The Vancouver Canucks looking really mortal right now, losing their last 4 games, losing all those on the puck line as well by a combined score of 22 to them. Trying to do some quick math here, 22-12, including a 5-2 loss to the Kraken last time out. Boston, on the other hand, picked up a couple of wins, but they've still lost 5 of their last 7. And what's alarming for me for Boston is that those losses were at home, where the Boston Bruins are supposed to do their best work. I mean, this is a Boston team that I think a lot is expected from year in and year out, and for good reason. The Vancouver Canucks, in my money, are kind of playing with house money. They not much, at least not this was expected of the Vancouver Canucks. They expected to maybe play well, but to be, the best team in the Pacific and be one of the best teams in the NHL, I said they're playing with house money at this point. And I think Vancouver in a better spot to pick up the win here. A lot of Vancouver's struggles as of late have been on the road, where they've been slightly less effective this season. At home, they're 19-5-2. Boston, on the other hand, 16-5-7 on the road this season, 16-12. Don't really hold that against them, but I just think that in a spot like this, in a matchup I don't necessarily love, I think the Vancouver Canucks can find a way to get it done at home. I say give them the advantage because they're at home. So give me Vancouver and then your coin flip price. Now we head to the Ball Arena for a matchup between the Colorado Avalanche and the Toronto Maple Leafs, and this is, in my opinion, probably one of, if not the toughest game on the board. They caught the Colorado Avalanche 22-5 at home. The Maple Leafs on a nice 6-game win streak. And as much as I like the Colorado Avalanche at home, I think I got to take a shot on the value with the Maple Leafs in this one. It's not often that you get the Maple Leafs at plus money because of the public bias and the bias that Toronto gets from the betting market. With just the talent on this team. I mean, year in and year out, despite not winning a Stanley Cup since 1967, the Toronto Maple Leafs are perennially one of the favorites to win the Cup since Auston Matthews joined the team and since they signed John Tavares a few years ago. It's just the betting market loves Toronto for whatever reason. And like I said, it's very rare that you get this team at plus money, but especially when they're riding a 6-game win streak. Maybe, we're being told, hey, this is a spot where, it's time to get off, but like I said, you're giving me the Leafs at plus money with all the offensive potential this team has. I think Toronto actually has the edge in goaltending as well, with what I'm guessing to be Ilya Samsonov against Alexander Georgiev. I think the Leafs have the advantage here. So I'm going to try to ride the hot hand, get some plus money out of it as well. Give me the Toronto Maple Leafs at plus 105. Now we're heading to the Canadian Tire Center where the Ottawa Senators take on the Vegas Golden Knights. And I can understand why Ottawa is favored in a spot like this, being at home against a lot of teams. Just not the Vegas Golden Knights. I get it. The Vegas Golden Knights, haven't been as sharp on the road as they've been at home this season. At home, they're 19-9-2 compared to 13-10-4, technically a sub 500 record on the road this season. And Ottawa 16-13-2, doing their best work at home on the year. And they're coming off a 4-1 win over Dallas, and they've won 3 of their last 4 home games. So we're still talking about a coin flip price with the defending Stanley Cup champions, who are coming off a pair of humiliating losses at home. They've actually lost 4 straight at home. Last time we saw them out on the road, they beat San Jose, they beat Arizona, they've won 4 of their last 5 road games and beat some tough teams as well. I just think there's value here with the Vegas Golden Knights. So give me the Vegas Golden Knights at the coin flip price. They've also won each of the last 9 meetings against the Ottawa Senators. Good enough for me. Give me Vegas at -102. Now we're heading to the PNC Arena where the Carolina Hurricanes take on the Dallas Stars. And, it's tempting. Plus money with the Dallas Stars, considering they're on the road where they've played so well this season. They provided a ton of value to us in this spot. They're 17-8-5 on the road, pretty much identical to their home record of 17-8-3. But the Carolina Hurricanes are 19-6-4 at home, are the hotter team right now, winning 4 straight, 6 of 7, and 8 of their last 10. Looked really good in shutting out the Florida Panthers. The Dallas Stars, despite their solid record, have actually lost their last 3 road games and have lost 4 games overall in a row. Right now, it's just the haves versus the have-nots over the last week and a half. Got to take the Carolina Hurricanes at the cheap price. Now we're heading to Climate Pledge Arena where the Seattle Kraken take on the Minnesota Wild. And I get another spot where I get why Seattle would be favored at home if they had a better record at home. This is a Seattle Kraken team that's still 12-9-5 at home this season. Again, technically a losing record. Same thing for the Minnesota Wild, 13-13-2, but we're getting plus money with the Minnesota Wild, probably because this Minnesota Wild team is on the second half of a back-to-back, but they did beat the Edmonton Oilers on the first half of the back-to-back. And while Seattle's won 3 of their last 4, Minnesota all-time has won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams, including a 3-0 win over Seattle in Seattle back on December 10th. The Wild have also won the last 3 meetings and have allowed 1 goal combined in those 3 meetings as well. I just think I want to take a shot on the plus money with the Minnesota Wild here rather than lay juice with the Kraken at home, who've been 50-50. So we're getting a not 50-50 price here with the Wild. So give me Minnesota at +112. Now we head to the SAP Center where the San Jose Sharks take on the Nashville Predators. And this is a Nashville Predators team that's been playing really well on the road this season. 16-10-2 is actually better than their record at home, which actually used to be the case. They used to play better at home at Bridgestone Arena. Now they're better away from home. And the San Jose Sharks, well, they're struggling pretty much everywhere. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They were just shut out at home by the Vegas Golden Knights. Now Nashville rolls into town on the heels of 3 straight road wins, outscoring Vegas, St. Louis, and LA by a combined score of 14-6 in those 3 games. And now they take on a San Jose team that they've won 8 straight games against, the bulk of those coming by 2+ goals. Got to take the Nashville Predators on the puck line in this one. Now we're heading to Rogers Place for the next installment of the Battle of Alberta as the Edmonton Oilers take on the Calgary Flames. And normally when these two teams square off, you can kind of just throw records and trends and form out the window because these two teams just want to beat the snot out of each other. You have Edmonton coming in on back-to-back losses, Calgary coming in on back-to-back wins. Like I said, can sort of get rid of that. But here's the thing. It would be a rivalry if it was competitive. And since these two teams met in the playoffs a couple seasons ago, hasn't really been all that competitive. Edmonton's won each of the last 4 meetings between these two teams, and Calgary has scored 2 goals or less in all 4 meetings. Thing about Edmonton, they haven't been as sharp since the All-Star break, since that losing streak was snapped. They've been fairly inconsistent, but they've been fairly consistently putting the boots to the Calgary Flames, and I think that this is just another spot where the Edmonton Oilers do just that. I'm going to take the Oilers. I'm going to take the one to win this one in regulation at -125. And our final game on Saturday's card takes us to the Crypto.com Arena for a Pacific Division rivalry matchup between the Los Angeles Kings and the Anaheim Ducks. And kind of like the last matchup, it should be a rivalry, but a rivalry insinuates that there's been some competition between these two teams. Hasn't been. The Los Angeles Kings have won the last 7 meetings between these two teams. 6 of those wins have come by 2 or more goals. The Los Angeles Kings have also been playing the much better hockey since the All-Star break. They just had their 4-game win streak snapped against the Nashville Predators. Now, I said going into that game, we were on Nashville on the wraparound, and we said, you know what? The thing about LA is that they do their best work on the road. They're 18-7-4 on the road, 10-10-6 at home. So not great at home. And, you know, Nashville was one of the better teams, so you kind of figured that LA was maybe going to struggle in that matchup. But LA at home, when they're winning, more often than not, they're beating on the bad teams. And Anaheim definitely fits that bill. They just got their teeth kicked in by the Columbus Blue Jackets at home. They lost that game 7-4. I think old habits are going to die hard in this one. I got the Kings on the puck line to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Saturday, February 24th, 2024. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And make sure you hit the notification bell in the description of this video below to get notified when the newest and freshest content drops here at Pickdawgz. If you're looking for my best bets, again, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. And make sure to let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Good